Hey guys, thanks for jumping back on my channel. There are almost no cooling dock benchmarks on the internet. So if you are buying one, it's just a big gamble on how it will perform. So I decided to put them to the test. I've picked a few of the most used laptop coolers out there and I will compare them in this video. Now these are all laptop coolers that work with up to 17-inch laptops. Now let's introduce our 4 candidates. This is the Notepal U3 Plus cooling dock. One of the first cooling docks that I bought, and I love the idea about it. There are 3 80mm fans that you can configure on the grid. There are even people that put desktop coolers under it, with incredible results. Overall, this laptop cooler works really well. Now the next candidate is the Klim Ultimate. A single 200mm fan laptop cooler with extra RGB to increase the cooling even more. Now the third laptop cooler is the Thermaltake Massive RGB. It's a single 200mm fan laptop cooler with fancy RGB like the Klim Ultimate. Actually, they are pretty freaking similar. The only thing is that the Thermaltake supports up to 19-inch, and this is definitely noticeable. The Massive 20 RGB is definitely bigger than any of the other laptop coolers I've tested. Also, the build quality is much better than the rest that I've tested. Not that they're bad, but this one is just a solid brick of hard plastic with a very sturdy grill. And also a common thing with laptop coolers is that they have freaking flimsy feet, and this one is just super solid. The last model is the Klim Mistral. I'm going to call this a pressure cooler, and I will explain this in a second. And man, this thing pushes out a lot of air. It has 2 internal fans that spin at 4,500 RPM. You can definitely hear and feel this. The RGB cannot be seen when a laptop is on it. I think they added it for bragging rights. Now they also included dust filters that do a pretty good job at keeping out the dust. Now for today's testing I'm going to use the Lenovo Legion 5 Pro. The bottom is pretty open, it has an open grill. If you want to use a laptop cooler, you really got to make sure that the bottom of your laptop is not closed like this. Now we all know how cooling docks work. We have a fan blowing air in the grill of the laptop, and because the air is blowing in, the process of heat dissipation is faster because the fan helps. Most people don't know what this thing does. It is a little different. Let me demonstrate to you how this works. Now this laptop cooler is called the Mistral or the Klim Mistral. And the idea of the cooler is that the rings and the outer rings make a closed circuit when you place the laptop on it. So pressure builds under the laptop and the only way the air can escape is via the sides. Now let me just demonstrate you how you do this. You just place the laptop on the dock. Make sure it's placed well on the ring and the feet are firmly secured so the laptop is being pushed down a little bit. Just place them like this. And then make sure you have a little look around the laptop. Check if the rubber ring is secured tightly around all of the sides of the laptop. And once you have installed it like this, the only way the air can escape is via the natural vents that the laptop has. This simple idea significantly increases the cooling on the laptop. Here is a little sound comparison between all of them. If you want to skip this part and jump straight to the benchmark, follow the timestamps. Now, if you made it this far, hitting that like and subscribe button helps me out greatly. I think the results need a little clarification. Everybody will be like, yeah, I'm not buying one because look at what elevating the back can do. And while you are right about that, during longer sessions, the elevated back wasn't enough either. And it still got pretty hot and not to forget loud. Most of all, laptop cooling ducts prevent the laptop from becoming really loud and make them less hot to the touch. If your laptop has a manual fan control, you can even get lower temps. If you are using an automatic fan curve, the laptop will be like, yep, I'm cool enough, I'm now going to kick on. Another thing to note is that people should not forget how much the environment affects the temperature on the laptop. Just an example, but people from India will experience higher temperatures than people from the Netherlands. Climate affects the temperature on the laptop a lot. I am not going to call out any winners because I think they all did a good job. Personally, I will be using the Klim Mistral more. I think the concept it uses works really well. The only downside is that it is a little bit more loud than the rest. These laptop coolers will work for all open bottom laptops, and I personally will keep using coolers. I am honestly just as curious as you guys for these results. I want to end the video with a question. Are you using a cooling dock? Or were you just curious if they actually worked? I can assure you, they do work. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.
Remember, I go black. Oh, black, black.